This conference will now be recorded.
So today we will discuss about interface concept. Okay, interface concept. Okay, and then we will discuss about polymorphism. Okay, polymorphism, interface and polymorphism. Okay, so this interface concept is related to the yesterday concept. Okay, that is abstract. Okay, abstract. See, what is abstract class? What is abstract class? So abstract class allows us to you know to define few methods, okay, with implementation, and it allows us to define few methods, or we can say that, to declare few methods without any implementation. This is possible via abstract class. Okay, right. Now my requirement is I want to create a class where I can keep, or I can say that where I can declare all methods without any implementation. Okay, I got one requirement. So what is that requirement? I want to declare all methods. That's it. No functionality. I want to declare all methods, no functionality. No functionality. A class allows you to define all methods with implementation. An abstract class allows you to define some methods with implementations and some methods without implementation. But now my requirement is all methods I can able to, just only declaration. I don't want to provide any implementation. Okay, in that case, Java is providing one facility. That facility is interface. That facility is what? Interface. Okay, that's called what? Interface. So interface is, what is this interface is? Interface is a type of class. So where we can declare all methods without any implementation. That's called what? Interface. Okay, na? Right. One important note is that if you are going to declare any class, then you need to write the implementation for each and every method. That means if anybody is going to open that class, he can able to see the logic. Of the methods. That means what? No hiding is possible. That means when you go with class, so class means 0% abstraction. That means a class is a transparent, so where one can able to see the implementation of each and every method. When you go with abstract class, so this abstract class will provide partial abstraction. Okay, what is the meaning of partial abstraction here? We can able to see the implementation of some methods, and whereas we cannot able to see the implementation of other methods. That means some methods are going to hide the implementation, some methods are going to expose the implementation. So partial hiding or abstraction is possible via abstract classes. When you go with interfaces supports 100% abstraction. All method the implementations, all method can hide the implementation. Okay, how they are going to hide the implementation? If allows methods to declare, that's it. You cannot write, or it don't allow you to write implementation or method. That's called what? Interface. So generally in real-time projects, so people will create interfaces. So where each and every method contains some different implementations. Okay, different implementations. See, abstract class and interfaces both are identical. Whatever we discussed yesterday for abstract class, the same explanation is applicable for interface also. But the only difference is that in abstract class, you can keep some methods with functionality and you can hide the functionality of some methods. But when it comes to interfaces, okay, you need to hide the functionality of each and every method. That means no method allows to write implementation, right? That is only the difference, except the explanation. Explanation is same. Yesterday's explanation for abstract class is same for interface also. So when you want to declare any interface, we are going to use one reserved keyword from Java. That keyword is interface. Okay, what is the name of the keyword? So this is the keyword to represent or to create interface. So this is the keyword. Okay, for example, let me take one example here. I will take one example in this project. Let's go to Java. Okay, please wait. Let new. Okay. Let's go to here interface. Directly one option you can interface here, enable to see. Click on that. So you can give any name here. Interface. I'm going to give this example. Click on finish. You can click on finish. You can say interface here. You can see the interface. Now, which keyword we are using here? Interface. Which keyword we are using? Interface, right? Now let's public void m1 method here. Public void m1 system.out.println. Okay, hello. See, I have written the implementation. One what for this method. Error. What is that error? M1. Now see, we are getting the abstract most abstract methods do not specify body. Okay, do not specify a body. Now execute this one, it's not going to execute because no main. Okay, now we know to write any implement abstract implement. So we need to remove this one. This cannot allow you, but changes are there in latest Java that okay, now it will be clear. Okay, right, let me check it from my side. Right, okay. All right, this is m1 method. Okay, now you can take one more method if you want. Public void print 0 to 9. This is one more method. Can create one more method, public void, okay, load website. So like that you can create different methods inside this interface, but I am not providing any implementation. Okay, now because via interfaces we can achieve 100% abstraction. Okay, now this interface is related to your project, for example, related to your project. Okay, now this is the interface. How many methods are there in this interface? 3 methods are there. Okay, for example, m1 is there, m2 is there, m3 is there. 3 methods are there. Okay, right. Now this interface is part of my project. Now 3 teams are working on 3 modules. 3 teams are working on 3 modules. Okay, this is module 1 and this is module 2 and this is module 3. 3 teams are working on 3 modules. Okay, now right. Now okay, this module 1 requires m1 method. So now this module, okay, for example, in this module 1 class is there. So this class requires to implement m1 method. Now it will create its own implementation. Okay, now module 3 also requires m1 method, but it's going to give a different implementation. Module 2 also requires m1 method. It's going to give a different implementation. It's a different implementation. So when your methods has different implementations, okay, then you can keep them inside one interface, just like your abstract class. You can take abstract class or you can take interface. Choice is yours. If you want full abstraction, then you go with interface, or if you want partial abstraction, then you can go with the abstract class. Okay, now this interface is part of my project. Now developer 1 is accessing this interface. Okay, now I will create one class. So dev 1, okay, interface. I will name it as dev 1 interface. Let's go and finish this class. Okay, now he wants to access the methods from interface. Okay, so what he needs to do, if it is class, we can use inheritance. Okay, but if you want to implement the methods inside interface, we are going to use a different keyword. That keyword name is implements. Okay, this is my class and this is my interface. So between that, you need to use this keyword. That's what implements. Okay, so we are going to use what implements. Okay, now just mouse over here and you need to implement all the methods which are from interface. Okay, now so note 1. Okay, note 1. Implements is the key for, okay, extending interfaces. Okay, now note 2 is that when you implement interface, we need to implement all methods from interface. Just like your abstract class, we are required to implement all methods here. Okay, na? So you can write your own functionality, system.out.println. Okay, my own implementation. So like that, you can write your own implementation. Okay, right. Now one more developer is there. He is working on module 2. He is also wants to access this interface methods. Okay, now what this developer will do, he will create one more class in his module. I will name it as module 2 okay, to interface. So this wants to implement this interface. Okay, now so he's also going to implements interface example. Now he is also going to add the implementations for all the methods inside this interface. Okay, so this is my own implementation. and this is my own implementation, and this is my own implementation, like that. Different people are going to extend this interface in different ways. Okay, right now you will get one doubt. Srikanth, why can't the developers go with normal classes to define their methods, why they are implementing interfaces? Why can't they go with standard classes? So where they can create their methods, okay, they can execute, or they can write their own functionality. Okay, I will tell you. For example, okay, three modules are there, right? Three modules. This is one module, second module, okay, third module. Three modules are here, right? So now inside this module, I will take one class. This is one class. Okay, this is another class. This is another class. All these three classes are dealing with some functionality. For example, this class is dealing with X functionality. This class also is dealing with X functionality, and this class also dealing with X functionality. Now, the of the class will create some methods. Okay, for example, okay, M1 method. He is going to write the code. We'll create one more method, M2. He is going to write the code. Okay, na? Right. Now, the owner of second module is also going to create some methods. Okay. For example, this is also M1. This is also M1. Okay. And he will create M3 method. Okay, right. So like that, the third is also going to create some methods inside this class. Okay. So that is also M1 method. Okay, so he will create one more method, that is M2. It's also going to write some functionality for that. No problem. Okay, you can go with that approach, no issues. But when you are developing something, optimization is very, very important. For example, you have some valuable goods, some ornaments, gold and diamond ornaments are there. Okay, so you went to bank and you requested for one locker. So the manager is going to provide you the locker. Okay. Okay. On that locker, they will stick one number. For example, 103 or 104, like that. They will stick one number, right? So like that, you will see each and every locker is labeled with a number. Okay, na? Then you will get one key, and your manager will have another key. As soon as locker is allotted to you in a register, that clerk is going to note down that 103 is related to Srikanth, 104 is related to, okay, Jaya, 105 is related to, okay, Swati, like that. He's going to mention. Now after a month, you want to attend one marriage function, so you need some ornaments. So you went to a bank and you requested clerk, okay, to give some ornaments. Then he's going to ask you what is your number. Okay, then he will ask you what's your name. You will tell the name. Okay, and he's going to check in register. Okay, Srikanth, what is the number here? 103. Okay, then he will go to the locker room, and immediately he will notify that 103, and he's going to bring your ornaments. Okay, right. It's a systematic process. They followed a systematic process. So by following that, okay, he is reducing the waiting time. For example, he don't label that locker with any number. He don't enter that number inside any register. At that time, what's going to happen? He will tell you that, ma'am, please wait outside. Okay, I have to check. Then he will take your key and he will go with his key. Okay, all lockers are available without any numbers. Now they have to keep that key inside one locker. You need to check whether this key is on a related to this locker or not, local or not, like that. End of the day, you are going to get what? Your ornaments. But waiting time is more. Waiting time is more. That is nothing but what? Maintenance. That is nothing but what? Maintenance. Time is equals to money. Okay, see, we are developing one project. So today I am going to work in that project. Tomorrow some other people are going to come. And since this project is not one-time development, right? So we are in Scrum process. So we are going to divide this development into several stages. Lot of things are going to add, lot of things are going to change, lot of things are going to update, lot of things are going to delete. So a Pakka plan is important. A Pakka plan is important. So these interfaces and abstract classes helps you to understand the project without opening all the classes. Now, if you want to see what are all the methods here, then you need to go to the respective module or package. You need to open that class and you need to verify. You need to verify. But when you mention all these methods, when you declare all these methods into one interface, simply you can open that interface. Okay, there you will get one idea. You will get one idea. Okay, these are all the methods inside this project. You will get one idea. For example, one more example. Okay, in our degree engineering or any graduation, we need to do one project submission, right? So the first one or two pages will contain one title, that is abstract. So there you will give a brief overview of your project. Now your guide is going to read that abstraction. He is going to understand that, okay, this fellow done the project on this domain, okay, on some IoT or machine learning, like that. So in order to get some idea on the project, there is no need to open all the pages. For example, 2000 pages, 3000 pages, like that. Okay, they will simply check the abstract. So what abstract will do here is that it will give you just idea about the things inside project, about the things inside project. Okay, so that okay, so people can save the time. For example, in once you done your project, so we used to have Viva, right? So in that Viva, or invigilator will, one person will come from any college. So he's going to ask some questions by checking your abstraction. For example, if there is no abstraction or no title on that okay, project documentation, then he has to, okay, turn each and every paper, almost 2000 papers. Now how many students are there? Only one invigilator. How much time is going to take? You can understand. So maintenance cost is increasing. Okay, now so this interface, abstract classes, all this comes under polymorphism, all this comes under object oriented programming approaches. So the main goal of this object oriented approach is, okay, to construct the code in one discipline order, so that anyone can understand, any Java developer can understand, any Python developer can understand, any C# developer can extend the project. That is the advantage of object oriented programming. So it's going to give a proper discipline to your project. That's very, very important. Of course, you go with normal classes. Okay, now, but once you construct that project, you have to give some overview. Okay, that overview can be achieved by the abstraction, can be achieved by the abstraction. So once the builder construct the apartment, he's not going to take that apartment to each and every place. Arey Babu, come this plan. Okay, this is my apartment. You can see 2 BHK is there for sale. Okay, come, you can buy, like that. He's not going to take that apartment to everywhere, right? So you will take one nice photo, or you will take some collection of photos or videos of that apartment. So then he's going to display those, photos or videos in some news channels or in some, expos, real estate expos, like that. So that is very easy, right? That is very easy. So that will give you overview, some, idea about the project, Okay, now. So When you want to purchase house, so for example, if you call builder, if builder will tell you that, ma'am, please come tomorrow, I will show that. Okay, but you will tell that I don't have time to come, I am staying in some other countries, please send me some videos or pictures of the project. Then if he says that we don't have any pictures or videos, then are you going to purchase that? 99% no. Okay, now so when he sends some pictures or images, then you can able to understand, okay, this is the project, this is the location, so this is my flat, this is the area size, like that. Okay, if if you are working, then you are going to purchase. So those pictures or videos helps you to understand the project without checking that physically. So here also the substrat classes or interfaces, they will give you some idea about project without enter into actual logic, without enter into actual logic. Okay, now remember. So like abstract class, like abstract class. So here also we cannot able to instantiate interfaces. Okay, that is node 3. Node 3 is okay. So we cannot instantiate interface. Instantiation is nothing but what? Object creation. For example, this is my interface, right? Let me try to create object here. Public static void main string array aux. Okay, so this is interface now. Okay, so obj equals to, you are getting error. What is that one? Cannot instantiate the type interface. So instantiation is not possible for interface. Okay, remember this. Okay, now okay, at the time of discussing multiple inheritance, I said one point that multiple inheritance cannot support directly by class, but can be achieved by interfaces. Now let's focus on this thing. How to achieve multiple inheritance? Okay, using interfaces. Okay, what is multiple inheritance means? One class will contain more than one parent. Okay, more than one parent. Okay, that's illegal in inheritance. But whereas if it is interfaces, that is legal. Okay, now so I will write one program so that you can understand how to achieve multiple inheritance by interfaces. Okay, so let's take one interface. I will take one interface. Okay, let me name it as multiple interface 1. So I will take one method here. I will take one method, public void m1. One method is there, and I will create one more method. Okay, new interface. This is multiple interface 2. So this is the second interface, and here also I will declare same method, that is what? Public void m1. Okay, right. Okay, now I will take one class. I name it as implement two interfaces. Okay, right. Now two interfaces are there, right? One is multiple interface 1, comma. Second one is what? Multiple interface 2. You can implement more than one interface using the same keyword, that is what? Implements. Okay, right. Now you will see that one thing, that you need to implement the methods. Only one method, right? Array in multiple interface 1 contains m1 method, multiple interface 2 contains one m1 method. But when it comes to implementation, you will see only one method. You are not going to get two methods here. Remember, you are not going to get. Okay, don't think that we are implementing two interfaces. Each and every interface contains one M1 method. So this child class has to implement two M1 methods. Not possible. Okay, if you write like that, okay, let's see what error you are going to get. What is this one? Duplicate method M1 in the type. That means one class cannot allow you to declare a method twice. Okay, now so not possible. Okay, now so you are going to get only one method. Okay, right now you can implement something here, system.out.println. I will name it as, okay, this is my own implementation, and you can call that, you can execute that method public static, okay, void main string array args. Let's create object to this class, obj equals to, okay, now so obj dot m1 method, right? Now let's execute this. You can see that this is my one implement. Now it is executing. See, when you go with the multiple inheritance via classes, let's see, where is that multi-level multiple class? Yeah, when you see this class is also extending two classes, right? Here it is not possible. To interfaces, you can implement more than one interface. That is a flexibility via interfaces. And you can implement your functionality, you can call that method. But when it comes to classes, it is not possible. But via interface, it is possible. Now, at the time of discussing multiple inheritance via classes, I said that so, okay, this is one class, this is another class, this is the child class. So it's going to extend this class, and this class contains m1 method, and here also this class contains m1 method. Now when you create object to the child class, for example, child class obj equals to new child class, okay, obj dot m1 method. Okay, we had some story here. That means what? Two friends are there in Java, right? Who are there? Compiler and JVM. So the compiler will come to this line, then it will find out, array, this fellow is doing he is trying to trouble JVM, so I cannot compile this code. Okay, because 1 minute. Right now, the compiler will think that array cannot. This fellow is trying to trouble JVM, so I cannot allow him. So that's why the compiler giving lot of errors here, because if compiler is going to compile this code, then you'll get confusion. Which it execute? Shall I execute it from class 1 or class 2? Okay, in confusion, it cannot do anything. It will be silent. If your JVM will be silent, then your project is going to crash. Okay, if JVM will be silent, then your project is going to be crash. So that's why compiler is going to stop it. Okay, the thing is that the main reason is that the M1 method has implementation in class 1, and the M1 method from class 2 also implementation. Both are having implementation. That is a problem. Okay, that is a problem. But when it comes to interfaces, we can see that this is only namesake method, namesake, without any functionality. So here also just only name without any functionality. Okay, but the implementation is coming inside the child class. Now here also JVM will come. Okay, compiler will come first. So compiler will check this line. Okay, then compiler, okay, will see that we'll see that, okay, method M1 is there now. So in this class, M1 has functionality. In this class, M1 has functionality. No problem. JVM won't get any issues because what is the reason? This is interface, just only declaration, no functionality. This is also interface, only declaration, no functionality. So where is functionality here? Functionality in child class. So now compiler happily compiles this code and it will send that code to JVM. It will send that code to JVM. Now the JVM is not going to bother about this interface or this interface. JVM don't bother about this interface and this interface because JVM has to execute this one M1 method. So it will check M1 method is available in child class or not. It is there, and also implementation is there. Silently it will execute that method. That's it. No confusions here. No confusions here. Okay, that's how we are going to achieve. We are going to achieve, multiple inheritance via interfaces in Java. Via interfaces in Java. Okay, right. Okay, now so one important relationship is that, okay, so important Dore koncham. Okay, right. So if you have small kids in your home, then you will become a good tester. Remember this one. Okay, because they will make you, um, they will make us to learn how to be more patient. How to be more patient. So patience is also important for testing, right? So if you have kids, then you are going to become a good tester. A good tester, right? Okay, so some important relations. So every day we used to sleep late night 3 o'clock. So my daughter will play that time. She will be activated by 1, 2, 3 like that. She will play. She wants us also to play with her. And then 3:34 she is going to sleep. She is going to sleep. Okay, right. Anyway, so important relations here is that if it is a class to class, the relation is inheritance. Okay, simply you can say that, okay, extends. Okay, now if it is abstract class to any class, okay, again this is going to be extends relationship. If it is interface to class, the relation is implements. Okay, now or we can say like this, class to interface. Okay, class to interface, the relation is extends. Okay, na? So interface to interface, the relation is again extends. Again, what extends? That means one interface can extend another interface. One interface can extend another interface. For example, interface example, I will take, okay, let me take two interfaces here. Interface extend interface 1. Okay, let's take a method here. I will simply copy paste the method. Okay, right. Now I will take one more interface. Okay, new interface. Let me name it as extend interface 2. Okay, interface 2. So click on finish. Okay, right. So here I will take one method, public void m2. Two methods are there. Sorry, two interfaces are there, right? Now this interface can extend interface 1. Okay, now since this interface is extend interface 1, this interface contains two methods. Okay, first one is what? M1. Second one is what? M2, two methods. It's going to contain two methods. Okay. Now, how to prove that? Let's create one class. Okay. Well, let's say that implement two interfaces. Okay, or we can say that implement interface. Okay, interface example. Okay, now let's implement to extend interface 2. Okay, right. Now let's import it here. You can see that we are getting two methods. Actually, we are implementing one interface. What is that one? Extend interface 2, right? In extend interface 2, how many methods are there? Only one method. But you can see that what Java is telling, Java is asking us, demanding us to implement two methods. The reason is that this extend interface 2 internally extending interface 1. So the interface 1 contains how many methods? One method. Now let me create one more method here, public void m3, Now it contains how many methods? Three methods. Now see, immediately you are going to get error. That means, Arey Babu, the parent interface contains two methods. Again, what we need to do? We need to implement m3 also. Okay, right. So this is what interface concept in Java. So interface helps us to achieve 100% abstraction. So what can able to see only the method names without exposing or without going complete logic, without going to see complete logic in the project. Okay, na? Right. And I will give you one more example to you, practical example. Let me take 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, let's take Selenium example only. So why we need to think about new example? I will take Selenium example only. Okay, right. Let me take one new image here. This is your project, nothing but what? AUT. Now you need to test this AUT functionality on different browsers. Okay, that's called compatibility testing. For example, this is Chrome browser, this is Firefox browser, this is Opera IE, like that. Different browsers are there. Okay, so Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari, different browsers are there. Okay, so for the sake of compatibility testing, you need to test the functionality on Chrome browser, on Firefox browser, on Opera browser, on Safari browser. Now one thing is that you are using what? Selenium. You are going to write. So this is your automation code. So which is in Selenium Java, combination, right? So this code is going to execute your AUT on different browsers. You know one thing, who developed this Chrome browser? Google company. Who developed Firefox browser? Mozilla organization. Who developed Safari? Safari or Apple, right? Apple. Who developed Opera? Opera Foundation. Now all our browsers, you can access any website on any browser. Whatever the functionality you do on Facebook in Chrome browser, The same functionality you can do on Firefox browser also, IE browser also, Apple browser also. But the developers are different from browser to browser, and the technology is also different. For example, to develop this Chrome browser, the Google company used, Google company used X technology. Firefox used Y technology. Apple used Z technology. Opera used, for example, A technology. So technologies are different here, different, different here. But you are writing Selenium Java code. The same code is going to execute on different browsers, irrespective of their technical stack, irrespective of their programming, irrespective of their technology. How it is possible? What Selenium is do here is Selenium will provide some interfaces. So these interfaces contains what methods? Okay, for example, M1 method, okay, M2 method, M3 method, M4 method. These are the names of methods in interface. Selenium will provide only interfaces. Now this Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera, what these people will do here is what these people will do, okay, or we can say that this is interface, right? And I will create one class. I will create one class. I will name it as Chrome class. Okay, Chrome class. Now the Chrome class is going to implement these methods. Now I will create one more class, that is Opera class. This Opera class, okay, will implement the methods inside this interface. So like that, the Mozilla is going to implement the methods of this interface. Apple Safari is also going to implement the methods of this interface. Now see one common interface. Now every provider, now tomorrow you are going to launch your own browser. For example, I launched my own browser. My browser name is Srikanth browser. Okay, Srikanth browser. Now I want to support Selenium automation. What I will do, I will create a class. And I am going to implement the functionality for this interface. So this interface is going to act as a torchlight, where it shows the actual path, okay, to travel, okay, or to pass. Okay, na? Right. 1 minute. Okay, right. So now this is what entrance point. So now Selenium simply provide one interface. So where all these different browsers can able to implement. Now what Google will do here, Google will implement the functionality based on its technical stack. Opera will implement the functionality based on its technical stack. Okay, na? So if whatever I explained now, that's not the exact explanation for Selenium, but in order to make you understand the exact need of interface, I have changed the explanation and delivered to you. Okay, so hope you guys are now fine with the interface concept in Java. Okay, na? Right. Okay, done. So the next concept, the next one is polymorphism. The next one is what? Polymorphism. Polymorphism in Java. So what is this polymorphism? So we had a subject, we had Java, I think in my 3-2, okay, third year, second semester, or first, second year, first semester. I forgot that. Okay, so it's very important question, polymorphism. Okay, definitely in internals exams, in external, definitely we used to get one question on polymorphism. What is polymorphism? So write down the different ways to achieve polymorphism in Java. So we used to start the answer with this line. Okay, so poly is a Greek word, so which means many forms, this is my first line. Okay, while answering this question, that's correct. Actually poly is a Greek word, okay, which is the meaning is that many forms. Okay, in Java, Java, you know, Java is giving us one opportunity. That means with same method name, you can exhibit different behaviors. Okay, different behaviors. With same name, you can exhibit different behaviors. Okay, right. I will give you one, general example to understand this line. With same method name, you can exhibit different behaviors. So basically, in our studies, okay, we will notice one person character. Okay, we will notice one person character. Okay, what this person will do here is, for example, three friends are there. Okay, 1 to 3 people are there. Now this person has money. Now immediately this fellow is going to do friendship with this person. So once the money is over, what this fellow will do, this fellow will left that person. Now the second person has money. Okay, now the very same person is going to cancel the friendship with that fellow and is going to start doing friendship with this person. Okay, I hope you understand this example, right? The very same person, so we used to call him as chameleon, like that. See how this fellow is, okay, changing, okay, his character or colors, like that. Same person, so we used to tell to our friends also, be careful with that person. Okay, he's going to change his nature or colors. So just like chameleon, same person. So in front of me, he's going to price. Okay, Srikanth is very nice, some XYZ, like that. So once I left, okay, he's going to scold me. Same person is exhibiting a different behaviors depending on the situation. That's called polymorphism in Java. Same method name. Okay, when situation 1 comes, the very same method will behave in one way. When situation 2 comes, the very same method is going to behave in another way. So if you have such a requirement in your project, then the available solution in Java is what? Polymorphism. And Java provided 2 ways to achieve this polymorphism. Okay, the first one is method overloading. Okay, method overloading. The second one is method overriding. First one is method overloading. Second one is what? Method overriding. Overloading and overriding. Okay, now we will see what is overloading. We will see what is overriding. Okay, first one is what? Method overloading. In method overloading, one class is permitted to have same methods. Okay, same methods. Okay, but with different arguments. Okay, so what method overloading will do is, or how to do method overloading, or what is method overloading in polymorphism is, Java allows any class to have more than one same method. For example, Just a minute. Right. So here, let me go to new. Let me create a class. So method overloading example. Method overloading example. I'm not going for any execution. Okay, here now execution is not matters. Okay, concept is important. Okay, right now this is a class. I will create a method here. Public void m1 system.out.println. This is 1. This is m1. I will create one more method. Public void m2 sorry, m1, same m1 system.out.println. This is m1, this is m1, right? Two methods. I said that Java allows same methods more than one, but here you see Java is giving errors. What is that? Duplicate method. Java allows you to declare couple of methods or any number of methods with same name, no problem. But the condition is arguments must be different, parameters must be different. Okay, now here nothing, no argument is there. Here also no argument is there. That's why Java is giving errors. For example, here I will take one argument. Okay, string name. Okay, now see, is Java is giving any issues here? No errors. Same method's name, but arguments are different. This is called method overloading. This is called what? Method overloading. So having same name for more than one method with different arguments is what? Method overloading is called. What? Method overloading. Method overloading. Okay, na? So this is how Java here. This method is executing one behavior. Now you can change it here. For example, integer a equals to 5 plus 10 system.out.println a. Now this m1 method, one type of execution. This m1 method will have another type of execution. Same method name m1 and m1, but it is executing different behaviors based on the input, that's called what? Method overloading. Method overloading. Okay, na? So the second one is what? Second one is method overriding. Method overriding means one class can provide a different implementation for parent class method. What is method overriding? One class can provide a different implementation for parent class method. Whenever you hear parent class, child class, definitely you need to go back to inheritance. For example, here I will take one method. I will take a class here. Method overriding 1. Or we can say that parent. Method overriding parent. I will take one method here. That method is public void print 0 to 9. Okay, so for integer I equals to 0, I less than or equals to 9. Okay, so I plus plus system.out.println I. So now this class contains one method. What is that method? Print 0 to 9, right? Now I will create one more class. I will name it as method overriding child. Okay, right now This child is going to extend method overriding one parent class. Okay, parent class. Okay, na? Right now, actually, this child wants to access this name, what this method name, but it wants to provide a different implementation, For example, I will take same method, that is public void print. What is method name? Let me copy paste print 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9. I want to give a different implementation. Okay, integer I equals to 0. So while I less than or equal to 9, okay, system dot out dot println I plus plus. Okay, this is my implementation. Same method name, right? But different implementation. Now what you need to do is you need to inform, okay, to other developers or to Java, hey Java, this is a overriding method. In that case, you need to use one annotation from Java, that is override annotation. That means you are telling to Java explicitly that, hey Java, this method is overriding the method of parent class. Okay, now let's go to public static void main here. Public static void main string array aux. So let's create object to this child class. Obj equals to obj dot print 0 to 9. So I will write something here, system dot out dot println. This is from child class, so that you can understand the difference, okay, after output. Good. You can see that this is coming from child class. Because I created object to child class, this object is calling the child class method. Okay, na? Let me write it here, calling child class method. Now I don't want to call child class method, I want to call parent class method. Okay, na? So call, okay, print 0, okay, to 9 from parent class. In that case, what you need to do here is you need to create object to parent class. Okay, obj1 equals to, can you mention writing parent class, obj1 dot, okay, so print 0 to, okay. Now let me write something here, system dot out dot println. Okay, this is from parent class. Okay, so here, so let's execute this. You can say this is coming from parent class, this is coming from what? Child class. Now one important observation in method overriding is that, for example, I will create one object. Okay, that object is Q, and this object is related to child class. Okay, na? But the type of the object is parent. Okay, the type of the object is what? Parent. The type of the object is parent class. This object is, the type of the object is parent class. But this is pointing to the child class, okay, na? So this is called type casting, like that. I will talk about this later. As of now, just think that this object is pointing to the child class, but this object is a reference to the parent class. Okay, that means, for example, let me give you one example. Father. Okay, this is what father. Okay, this is father. Okay, so this is son, father and son, father and son, father and son. But actually, okay, so he is not the original father. He is not the original father. For example, this father, okay, this fellow, adopted adopted, okay, this boy. Okay, this fellow adopted. One fine day, one fine day, so one man came. Okay, one man came. Now this fellow is original father. Okay, this fellow is what? Okay, original father. Okay, original father. Too many sounds in Hyderabad and day and night. Right. Now, actually, this fellow is doing, is taking care everything of this person. Okay, this fellow. But when this kid saw his original father, immediately he is going to point to his original father. Okay, out of heart, he is going to call him as a father because he is what? Original father. His original father. Now, this is object. Okay, this is object. Actually, this object is related to okay, this class. But now this object is in the hands of this fellow. Is in the hands of this fellow. That's what I want to tell you. What is this name? I will tell you later. But now try to understand this concept. Try to understand this concept. Okay, right. Now, if with this object, I will call M1 method. I will call M1 method object 2 na object 2 dot M1. Why M1 is not coming? Okay, sorry. That is print 0 to 9, right? Now, when you execute this method with this object, let's see which is going to execute, whether it is from child or parent. You can see it is executing from child. From child only it is executing, right? Now, I will do one magic. In the parent class, I will remove this method. I will remove this method. Okay. Now see, immediately you are going to get error. What is that error? Is undefined for the type method overriding. Method overriding. Now, this boy can leave his adopted father and he can reach his original father. But this object cannot do like that. First, what this object will do or what this boy will do here is this boy will have to take the permission from adopted father, then only can able to reach his original father. So here also, even though the object is executing the child class method, but still the object needs the presence of print09 method from parent class. Then see, no issues. The object is executing this method from child class. Okay, we saw that from output, but still this object needs the very same method in parent class, even though it's not executing. So this is called dynamic polymorphism. This is called what? Dynamic polymorphism. Okay, that means now who is the first person? Compiler. Compiler will come to this statement, and immediately this is parent and this is what? Child. What compiler will do is compiler will go to the parent class. Compiler will see, okay, so method is available or not. Yes, it is available. Okay, fine. Okay, then compiler will compile this code and compiler will send that code to JVM. Now JVM will come here. JVM will check object is pointing to child class, but what is the type? Parent class. So JVM will execute the method from child class. JVM is going to take the decision. It's going to execute the method from child class because this is referring to the child class memory. That's called what? Dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. Runtime means runtime is related to JVM, right? Compile time is related to compiler. Okay, right. This is what polymorphism. Okay, achieving different behaviors via same methods, via same method names, via same method names. This is also one of important object-oriented concept. Okay, right.